What's up, guys? So I got my TCR right here. This is modified. Obviously I have a remote line on it. This is a Tip-X remote line adapter with some extra brass pipe fittings so that I can get the 90-degree down and have my remote line like with a tank on it. From the previous video that I just filmed with this, I turned the velocity up twice with the 3/16 Allen key. So there's like a screw in there, and you put this in there, and then if you want to turn it up when the barrel's facing to the left, you turn the Allen key up. So I did that twice. So I'm going to have it on the HPA tank. This is like a 700 psi output tank, so it's not that strong, and it has about 2500 psi in here. And then I'm going to use a CO2 tank after, and I'm not going to mess with the velocity or anything. I just want to see the differences, which there's going to be a pretty big difference. Usually with that, I'll get like, on these, I'll only get about 30 joules max if I have this turned up all the way. But if I have it lower than 30 joules, like say this is hitting like 20, this will probably hit like 24 or 25. It just depends how high this crank is turned up, and if it's warm, and how full this CO2 tank is, because this is not it's not regulated. So if it's hot, its pressure output is high, and if it's full, the pressure output is high. So I just put this out here from inside the house. Out here right now it's about 90 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's probably like 32 Celsius. Yeah, 32 Celsius. So it's pretty warm out here. This has only been in the sunlight for a few minutes, but it's going to be in the sunlight longer because I'm going to shoot with this first. And I do not have this cranked up all the way. Usually I'll get like 55, 53 joules, somewhere around there, when this is hitting like really high. But sometimes I have problems when I do that, like valve O-rings popping off and stuff. I have Alien Play aluminum balls in the hopper. If you haven't noticed, I have a hopper on here instead of magazine fed. It's pretty easy to do. I'll make a video on it pretty soon. I'm just trying this out before I have any, like if I have any issues doing this, I'll let you guys know. But so far it's been working flawlessly, and I'll show you guys a screw that I made to fit this hopper on here without having to buy the actual Tippmann part. You can just buy the Tippmann part. The Tippmann part is like $4 almost, like $3.50 or something. I got a set screw, and then I hot glued, or not hot glue, I used Gorilla Glue on the bottom of this set screw, because the screw that you're supposed to use on this right here, it has a like a flattened edge with no threads, and it fits in between the rail. So this one looks like this. It's a set screw with the BB on the end of it, and that BB fits perfectly in between the Picatinny rail. I tried using a 1/4-inch ball bearing because I have other size ball bearings, and the 1/4-inch ball bearing was too big. So I'm just going to tighten this down really quick. I'm pretty sure it's already good, but I'm just going to tighten it down just to be sure that it's not going to move. So it feels pretty good on there. I also got the actual nut on the back that this calls for. So right there, that is the nut that's supposed to house. It fits perfectly in here. So the contours and the shape of the nut fits in that plastic thing, and because it's recessed back there, and I can tighten up the screw right here with the Allen wrench, and it holds the hopper in really good. And I don't have to like have a wrench on the back end, have a wrench back here, and then have the Allen wrench in the front, and like fighting each other. You know how you have to tighten stuff, because if you have just a normal nut on the front, like from a hardware store, which is what I tried to do, it's too big for that housing, and the nut will just keep spinning around when you're trying to tighten it. So I went to the Ann's Gear store on the weekend. I got a Tippmann nut, and yeah, so it's all hooked up now. I'm gonna kind of shake it around and make sure that this doesn't move. I'm gonna air it up and shoot it, obviously, and chrono it and all that stuff. So I'll be right back. All right, you guys, she's aired up. I've kind of been shaking it around, and it hasn't moved or budged or anything. So unless I have like a random misfire because it's not feeding correctly, this is pretty much working the way it should. And I haven't had that happen yet, just on a couple times it's happened because I haven't, this is a gravity fed hopper, and it needs to move around every once in a while to load up the next couple balls. So you do have like a 200 round capacity, so that's the trade-off. You're either going to have your magazines, or you're going to have a hopper, you know, 7 rounds or 12 rounds with these things, or you can get that 25 round magazine. But this was cheaper than a 25 round magazine. This was like $11, and that clamp and all the hardware and stuff was like an additional like $10. So you can buy that 25 round crazy drum magazine, or you can buy the hopper and some hardware and have 200 rounds. So your decision. I think I've seen like a 50 round magazine more recently, but it's like close to $200. And you can buy this hopper clamp. If anyone wants to know where it is, just let me know. I don't sell anything. I just I'll let you know in an email where I got it from. So it's a company I've bought stuff from before. I've been holding off on getting this TCR hopper thing for a while, but here it is. Just gonna make sure my barrel's snug, and it is. So first shot, HPA tank, 7.2 gram aluminum balls, 316. That's pretty good. 316. It's also pretty good. 314. And the magazine is not in the TCR right now. Here's the mag. I only bring one out here with me. Here's the TCR handle. It's empty. So this thing's working good. I'll keep shooting it. 314. 314. 312. So I'll go back here. I'll aim and shoot that. I don't have 3 arms, so I can't hold the camera and the TCR and Chrono at the same time. Let me move the Chrono really quick, just in case I hit it. All right, I am probably 30 feet away from that box. Possibly, I don't know exactly, but I'm just using the iron sights to aim. Hit low a little bit. So I'll Chrono a couple of these. I'll like fire a shot every second, and I'm just gonna have the chronograph like right here. So here's the Chrono. Hopefully you can read it. And I'm aiming, and here we go. So it's staying around 300, 298, 296, 300. So yeah, I mean, imagine doing that if you had a home intruder or someone coming at you and you were able to use this. You could just keep lighting them up, and I'm pretty sure they would stop doing whatever you don't want them to do anymore. So I'm gonna turn off the air valve, turn off my check valve or my slide check, put that bad boy on here. I'm not touching the velocity adjuster, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be hitting like 350 or way higher than that. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, HPA tank has just been taken off. I turn off the valve. This is just the residual pressure in the launcher. So HPA residual pressure. 4 shots, 5 shots. 5 shots. So that's all that was left. I'm going to make sure there's no more gas in here and clear out the box, and then get my CO2 tank and put it on this bad boy. So I'll be right back. All right, you guys, 7.2 gram alien plays back in here. Box is cleared out. The red CO2 tank is in my backpack, and gonna air up this bad boy. Check valve or slide check is on. There's an empty one in here because you need one in there to use this correctly, or it'll just leak all the air out. So here we go. There's pressure. No leaking noises. Sounds fine. So yeah, I'm gonna go by the table over here, or trash can thing, and shoot this thing. So if this is hitting too hard, I'll probably turn it down a little bit. but I'll see what this does. So I was hitting 316 on the HPA, and I haven't done anything to the velocity. Alright, you guys, I degassed it, turned it down. Sometimes if I have the gas up too high, or the velocity adjuster up too high, it'll just like freeze up. So I turned it down 1 turn. CO2 tank, everything back to normal. 234, so I don't know what happened, but 246. It didn't want to fire before. 246. 246. This is actually the first time that this is got stuck on me like that. So I'm gonna turn off the gas and then turn it up a little bit and see what happens. All right, you guys, I turned it up half a turn. So see if this fires or if it freezes. Yeah, it's freezing up. I don't know why. 298. Try this again. 332. Try this again. 300. So yeah, I don't know why it's acting weird right now. Usually it works no issues, so I'll probably have to take this one apart and clear out some of the old grease and oil and all that fun stuff everyone loves to do. 328. 318. So I'll do a couple of back-to-back constant shooting, see what happens on the chrono. Hopefully you guys can read this and I don't shoot the trailer in the back. So yeah, I don't know why it's kind of down right now, but hopper works. That's all I care about. Hopper works fine. Like I said, I'm gonna do some maintenance on this thing. It was not leaking or anything, it just didn't want to fire. So that's happened before on my Tip-X, where for whatever reason the valve doesn't want to fire, like it gets like bound up or something. So I'll check this thing out, but it works fine on the HPA. That's the first time I've had it not want to fire on CO2. And I turned off my air valve and all that stuff, and we're just going to, well, I turned off the check valve, but I'm gonna degas this. So I'm gonna stick a Allen key in this little hole right here where you adjust the velocity. If you get a really small Allen key, you can fit that in there and then press down, and you'll leak the gas out. So it's in there now. So it's degassed. Yeah, I'll have to investigate this thing. So it's probably just too much pressure. And that's what happens sometimes if you, I'm pretty sure that's what happens sometimes if you use like 1100 output HPA tanks on some launchers. It just like freezes up, doesn't want to shoot. So since this is hot right now, and this tank is it wasn't super warm, it had only been out in the sun for about 5 minutes. That could be one of the reasons why I didn't want to fire. It's just too much pressure. So yep, that's it for this one. Hopper works. I'll use this in the future. I'll have to adjust that velocity, but yeah, I want to take this apart and re-grease and re-lube everything, see if it works back to normal on CO2. But anyways, you guys have a good one, and see you next time. Alright guys, just out of curiosity, I want to see if this performs normal, how it did on HPA. So this is back on HPA. It just froze up when I was using CO2, and I'm just verifying that this works correctly. And yeah, I don't know what that freezing up was with the CO2. It's the first time it's done that. So now it's freezing up with the HPA. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to definitely take this one apart and check it out. Hear that? So yeah, I'll have to check this one out. And yep, you just gotta play with these, and sometimes stuff happens. Now you gotta know how to fix it. So I will see you guys on the next one, and yeah, have a good one.